Hi everyone, dear friends. Today we are here with our friend SilviaDiBello. She has got a great gift. She has been seeing angels since the age of 12. We first met in 2015 at a conference in Turin where they were talking about the second coming of Jesus. You gave your speech explaining a vision you had in the past. At the end of that conference, I came to you, we got to know each other, and we talked a little. Later, we have met again a few more times. The first times we met, we have talked about angels, Marian messages, very good topics, and I didn't tell you anything about my past. Then, the third or the fourth time that we met, you told me, my angel has given me a message about you, which is that you have a very dark and ugly past. In fact, you've already heard about it in my videos. I've had several criminal records. I was a very violent guy. It's in the files, I'm not making this up. Then you told me how I got this scar, and well, when you told me that, I did get goosebumps all over. I mean, you have given me overwhelming evidence that you can see the angels. How did this all start?
Do you mean how everything began? How did I start seeing angels? First of all, I must say that more than seeing them, I could feel them. I've also seen them, but it's more of a feeling. I have always heard them since I was not 12 but 13, and since my aunt died. Things went this way. Not only could I hear the voice of my guardian angel and that of other angels, but there is one of them with whom I have had various conversations. He is the Archangel Michael. He introduced himself to me as Michael. As I have already told you, everything started with the death of my beloved aunt. I'll try to explain it in brief. It happened at my house. She always came to see me, as I had a very strong bond with her. It was the Friday preceding Palm Sunday, and I felt within me that it was the last time I could meet her and that I would never see her again. I felt it. I don't know how to explain it to you. It was a strong presentiment. When it was time for her to go to her home, and she was about to leave, I ran to her and I hugged her very tightly. I told her, "Aunt, promise me you'll come back tomorrow." She looked at me and said, "Of course, silly. What are you saying?" And I replied to her, "No, Aunt, please promise me you'll be back tomorrow." The next day in the early afternoon, I felt inside that she was dead. I was down in the courtyard to chat with my friends. As soon as I had this feeling, I ran up the stairs. When I got inside my home, I immediately asked my mother, Mom, what happened to Aunt?" I saw that my mother was crying. She looked at me and then she asked me, "Sylvia, how do you know it?" I replied, "Please tell me what happened to Aunt." So she said to me that she died in a car accident. I later found out that things had not gone that way, but in the haste of that awful moment, my mother told me so. From that moment, and in the following days...
You couldn't know that.
No, of course I couldn't know. Like I was just saying, since then, and in the following days, I started hearing voices telling me to forgive. Honestly, I had no idea what I would have to forgive. Actually, the voices told me that I had to forgive and help some people who were later pointed out to me, as well as I would have to offer my help in a few situations. One such situation was, for instance, preparing packages for the unfortunate children in Madagascar. The voices started giving me messages and asked me to interact in different situations. It was the beginning of my journey with my guardian angel. He said to me,
"It is I whom is speaking to you. I am your guardian angel."
Over time, I also asked priests for advice, but as I said before, it all started with the death of my aunt.
Moreover, you're a very simple person, and well, we can definitely tell you are saying the truth. However, I have got more overwhelming evidence which proves that you see the angels. This is to say, the messages and visions that you have received perfectly match the messages Our Lady is giving in several parts of the world. Well, let's start reading 3 of them.
Okay.
Apparitions, Jacareí, Brazil, 2014. That soul is unhappy, which does not love its own guardian angel, which does not remember him, which does not love him, which does not turn to him, because this soul will not have this lawyer at its side in times of trouble and affliction. Monfenera Apparitions, Veneto, 2015. When you are in trouble, call your own guardian angel. If you just knew how he would come to you, he will tell you like that, just like that. Here I am, what's your problem? Luz de Maria, 2020, Argentina, St. Michael the Archangel. We, the heavenly armies, guard you, invoke us so that we might assist you. Do not forget that you have guardian angels. Invoke them, converse with them, give them permission to intervene and not allow you to take the wrong path. All over the world, in Italy, Brazil, Argentina, but also in other countries, Virgin Mary keeps telling us to pray to our guardian angel, to call our guardian angel. The people who do not do that are unhappy because the angels help us in extremely difficult situations. Have you been helped in difficult situations in your life?
They are a lot. I could tell you many episodes, maybe I'll tell you the latest ones that have happened to me. Since I live in symbiosis with my guardian angel, it can be said that every day I invoke him and receive help and protection. Maybe I'll tell you a few episodes, like the one related to my mom. First, you must know that I lost my parents in 2020. They both died 10 days apart. Let me tell you what happened. I was 6 months pregnant with my little one, the last of my 3 babies. One evening at 10, the guardian angel tells me,
Your mother has a tumor.
He doesn't tell me where, but he shows me here, pointing to the affected body part.
The affected body part, all right?
So he says to me,
Your mom dies.
From that moment on, I knew that whatever I did for my mom would be in vain, because she was destined to go to heaven.
Of course.
6 months pregnant, I was also emotionally a little shocked, and so I decided to have her examined. She began his medical journey with ultrasounds, CT scans, and everything in between. The medical tests only indicated that perhaps she could have swollen lymph nodes and a urinary tract infection. In short, everything except that she had a problem in her neck, for which she could die. But the neck was the part of the body that was indicated to me by the guardian angel.
The part of the body indicated by the angel, all right?
I know that every time my guardian angel tells me something, then this happens. I was therefore already prepared to the worst, even if the exams had found nothing. As I said earlier, I was 6 months pregnant, and from that moment about 1.5 years has passed, purpose 2 years, and we come to 2020. I already had my baby, and on May 29, 2020, at 6:45 a.m., my guardian angel wakes me up and says,
You have to call an ambulance for mom. Mom is sick. Call an ambulance immediately.
So what do? Obviously, before calling the ambulance, I called my mom's house. My father answered the phone, and I immediately asked him in an excited voice how mom was. He replied by telling me that my mother was fine, or rather that she was sick as always, that is, that her conditions were the usual ones.
Maybe he decided to hide that so you wouldn't worry?
No, they simply hadn't noticed anything.